Finally, the WNBA and its owners have sent a proposal to the union. After 6 weeks of seeing Nneka Ogwumike show up on the caller ID and just letting the phone ring, after 6 weeks of receiving text messages from the—
Listen to me and listen closely, because the silence has finally been broken and the war for the future of the WNBA just entered its most critical and dangerous phase yet. For 6 long, agonizing weeks, the WNBA owners ghosted the Players Association. They treated the union leadership like a bad date that wouldn't stop texting, leaving them on read and letting the panic set in. But today, the dam has finally broken. We have official confirmation that the owners have submitted a new collective bargaining agreement proposal, and the details inside this document are absolutely earth-shattering. We aren't just talking about a cost of living adjustment or a few extra perks. We are talking about a complete financial revolution that validates everything Caitlin Clark brought to this league in her rookie season. The leaked details reveal that the owners are offering maximum salaries that could reach $1.3 million by next year. Let that number sink in for a second. $1.3 million, up from a measly $249,000. That is a 400% increase overnight. This is the Caitlin Clark stimulus package in action, and it proves that the money is real, the growth is real, and the owners are finally willing to open up the vault to keep the golden goose on the court.
The league's previous offer last month would guarantee a maximum salary of $1 million in 2026. That could reach $1.3 through revenue sharing. That's up from the current $249,000 and could grow to nearly $2 million over the life of the agreement.
But here is the twist that they don't want you to know. The dark side of this negotiation that could still destroy the entire 2026 season before it even begins. The owners didn't just offer money, they offered a complete lifestyle overhaul. According to the report, they outlined 37 specific areas where they caved to the players' demands, 37 separate concessions. We are talking about charter flights fully codified so nobody has to fly commercial again. We are talking about first-class travel accommodations, pregnancy protections that are actually modern, better hotels, upgraded facilities, and improved medical benefits. They basically gave the union everything they asked for on a silver platter. They looked at the list of complaints that players have been tweeting about for a decade, and they checked almost every single box. So why isn't the deal signed? Why are we still talking about a potential strike? Why is there still a dark cloud hanging over the league? Because of one specific poison pill called revenue sharing. Nneka Ogwumike and the old guard leadership of the union are holding the entire league hostage over a percentage point. They want 30% of gross revenue off the top, meaning they want a cut of every dollar that comes in before a single bill is paid. The league is offering 70% of net revenue, meaning they split the profits after the bills are paid. This is the sticking point that could cancel the season. The union leaders are willing to risk millions of dollars in guaranteed salary increases for every single player just to fight a philosophical battle about gross versus net profits. It is a dangerous game of chicken, and they are playing it with Caitlin Clark's career and the fans' loyalty.
And other outlets. The slides also outlined 37 areas where the league was willing to make concessions that players wanted. Some of these proposals included adding 2 developmental player slots to teams, giving pregnant players the right to refuse trades, which I think—
You have to analyze the power dynamic here because it is fascinating. For 6 weeks, the union was begging for a response, showing up to meetings, leaking to the press that they were being ignored. Now they have a response, and instead of celebrating the historic wins, instead of taking the charter flights and the million-dollar salaries to the bank, they are complaining that it's not enough. This is where the disconnect lies between the leadership and the reality of the business. The casual fans, the millions of people who tuned in for Caitlin and Angel Reese, they look at a $1.3 million salary potential and they say take the deal. They look at the charter flights and say take the deal. But the union leadership, entrenched in their old grievances and perhaps a bit of ego, is digging in. The host of the Source video makes a brilliant and controversial point, asking if they are illusional. Are they so obsessed with beating the owners that they can't see a victory when it's staring them in the face? The owners essentially said, fine, here is the lifestyle you wanted, here is the money you wanted, now let's play basketball. And the union's response is no. We want to audit your accounting books first.
League and union were not close on key issues, such as revenue sharing, in their effort to strike a new CBA. We get it, revenue sharing, we get it. If that's the only key issue, well, just say that's the only key issue, not few key issues.
Let's talk about the collateral damage of this standoff because it is already piling up. The delay in this deal has already pushed back the expansion drafts for Toronto and Portland. Think about what that means. You have new markets ready to embrace the WNBA, ready to buy merchandise, ready to sell tickets, and they are frozen in carbonite because Nneka and the owners can't agree on a spreadsheet. It has frozen free agency. 80% of the league is currently unemployed, essentially, waiting for this ink to dry. Every day this drags on, players are losing money. They are losing marketing opportunities. They are losing the ability to plan their lives. And most importantly, they are losing the momentum that Caitlin Clark built. If the season is delayed, if we miss games in May, the casual fans will leave. They will go watch the NBA playoffs. They will go watch baseball. The WNBA has a fleeting window of massive mainstream attention, and the union leadership seems determined to slam that window shut in the name of solidarity. There is also a theory that the union is banking on Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited as their backup plan. They think they can just go play in these startup leagues if the WNBA strikes. But the host exposes this fallacy too, and it is a brutal reality check. Unrivaled is a 3-on-3 league with limited spots. It cannot support 144 players. It cannot replace the infrastructure, the history, and the massive TV deals of the WNBA. It is a delusion to think that playing in a warehouse in Miami is the same as playing in a sold-out Madison Square Garden on NBC. The players are being led off a cliff by leaders who might be more interested in their legacy as activists than in the financial reality of their constituents. The WNBA is the only game in town that matters globally. It is the only platform that makes you a household name. Gambling that platform away for a slightly better revenue split is the definition of reckless. The salary details specifically mention that the 1.3 million figure is achievable through revenue sharing incentives. This means the players have to help grow the pie to eat the pie. And who grows the pie? Caitlin Clark. By rejecting this deal, the union is essentially betting against Caitlin Clark. They are saying, we don't trust that the revenue will be there, so we want a guaranteed cut of the gross right now. It shows a lack of faith in the very product they are selling. If they truly believed in the Caitlin Clark effect, they would take the net revenue split, knowing that the profits are going to be astronomical because the ratings are going to double again. But they are scared. They are scared that the bubble might burst, so they want their cash up front. It is a scarcity mindset in a time of abundance. This proposal is the owners calling the union's bluff. They put a historic offer on the table. They leaked it to the press to control the narrative. Now the ball is in Nneka's court. If she rejects this, if she leads the players into a strike over revenue accounting while turning down charter flights and million-dollar contracts, she will lose the public relations war instantly. The fans want to see Caitlin Clark play. They don't care about gross versus net. They care about buckets. They care about rivalries. The owners know this. They have weaponized the offer. They showed the world, look, we tried. We offered them millions. They said no. It is a masterclass in negotiation, and right now, the union is looking like the villain in their own story. And let's look deeper at the timeline. The host mentions that the previous CBA took a month to ratify, even after it was agreed upon. We are in February. The season starts in May. If they don't sign this deal in the next week or two, we are mathematically going to miss the start of the season. The rookie draft, the free agency period, the training camps, all of that needs time. You cannot just snap your fingers and start a professional sports league. The logistics are a nightmare. By dragging their feet, the union is guaranteeing a chaotic start to the season at best, and a canceled season at worst. And who suffers the most in a canceled season? The players. The owners are billionaires. They can afford to lose a year. Most WNBA players live paycheck to paycheck compared to their NBA counterparts. A strike destroys their livelihood. It destroys their momentum. It destroys their brand. The host also touches on the pregnant players clause, noting that players now have the right to refuse trades if they are pregnant. This is a massive win for player empowerment. It shows the league is finally modernizing its approach to women's health and family planning. But again, this win is being overshadowed by the fight over revenue sharing. It feels like the union is so used to fighting, so used to being the underdog, that they don't know how to accept a win. They are snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. They have achieved 90% of their goals, but they are willing to burn the house down for the last 10%. But if they stick to their guns on the gross revenue demand, we are heading for a lockout. And a lockout in the year 2026, the year that was supposed to be the year of Caitlyn, would be the biggest fumble in sports history. It would be a tragedy. Imagine having the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, in her prime, ready to take the league to the stratosphere, and shutting the doors because you couldn't agree on an accounting principle. The fans will never forgive them. The sponsors will walk away. The TV partners will be furious. The stakes have never been higher. The owners have made their move. They have put the money on the table. Now the world is watching to see if the players have the wisdom to take the win, or if they will let their pride destroy the greatest opportunity they have ever had. The clock is ticking, the fans are waiting, and the future of women's basketball is hanging by a thread. May 8th is coming, and right now, nobody knows if the lights will be on.